So to introduce about myself, I'm Dr.Geetha Lakshmi. I'm from India, and I have around like 14 years of project management experience and into Agile and Scrum, and almost like for 8 years. And about SAFe, I'm into almost like 2 years. And I see SAFe as a framework which can be applicable to all the levels of an organization. There's no limiter. And so I'm an SPC as well, and also I have some Scrum Master. I have worked as a Scrum Master. So I have worked in various industries like biomedical and life sciences and pharmaceutical. Currently, I'm into pharmaceutical industry. So this is about my professional background, and I'm from India. So here it's like going to be it's 9:30 here, 9:30 p.m. So yeah, I just want to share, and maybe it could be more of a discussion, Kevin. Like I like whatever you know, you can share with me so that it would enlighten me as well. Please help me. So yeah, today today I'm going to talk about customer centricity. As as you know that what do you mean by this customer centricity? Like people may say that we should work for the customer, we should deliver a good product, we should make customers happy. Yes, of course, they're all customer centric, but in my understanding, what I think is going beyond that. We need to think about what would make customer happy, how I can make customer satisfied. Okay, we should think from their perspective and try to understand their needs, not asking the customer, not asking the customer, interviewing the customer, but we should be in their shoes and we should try to understand the needs and the requirements and the pain points, and should relentlessly aim to achieve it and to deliver a product to the customer. So this is what my understanding about customer centricity. Do you have anything to add, Kevin?
No, I mean, it's normally a lot of places don't listen to what the customers are asking. They have people inside that actually feel that there are the SMEs and they don't need to worry about it. It's like I'm going to use a sample, like when I was at AT&T and they were replacing a product management tool. Not one person actually asked the PM community what to do. They went to their so-called experts and built a piece of crap that made it even worse to how to manage projects there. But I'm just saying that, but you really got to take what the customer wants and understand what they want before you build a product.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's right. Thank you for the insight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So for me, the role model is Jeff Bezos, is a Amazon founder. So they are obsessive. They are focused obsessively with the customer requirement, Amazon, and their goal is to become Earth's most customer-centric company. I personally have used Amazon services. I do not have any complaint on the customer service, especially.
Well, just remember, Amazon started by selling books.
Exactly, books. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Now they are the leader in India. Everybody knows Amazon. Even if you go to the rural parts of India or villages, even people who are not educated, they know what is Amazon delivery. Okay, they order things. The ladies in India, like in rural background, like ladies may not have access to cities. So, but that's not a limited for them. That's not a limiting factor for them as long as Amazon is there. Even my daughter, she's 5 years old. She will go to Amazon and she will say, Alexa, I need fishing toys. So this is how she orders, and she will put everything in the cart, but she doesn't know how to do payment. So to that level, Amazon has is a very sweet experience with Amazon. And as you know that there are many other customer centric companies, like for example, Starbucks, as you know, that gives a customized combination of the beverages, and Hilton hotels where they have a connected room technology. The customer can select the room online based on the amenities. And Amazon, no need to mention that, they follow the principle of working backwards, and also they go on personalized product recommendation. And needless to say about Amazon Go. Okay, Amazon Go. I hope in US and UK there are around like 30 outlets. I mean, the Amazon Go. So that is the ultimate, that Amazon, how much it is concentrating on the customer centricity. And I think they have some principles also, 8 principles, something they are following, the Amazon team. Okay. So yeah. So Amazon and then Starbucks and then Hilton. It's not limited to. There are so many other like Google and Nordstrom Labs. Okay, they're all customer centric. And customer centricity, as you know, why we need to have customer centricity, first of all. So then it goes to the concept of agile product delivery. Okay, as you know, the agile product delivery is nothing but incremental, incremental, and then iterative. Like for example, maybe this is the one, and then you make it this shape, and then this shape. So it's kind of iterative, and then you shade the boxes. So it's kind of iterative and incremental. So so as you know, agile product delivery is one of the 7 core competencies of safe. I don't need to show the safe big picture, so you must be knowing that. So
Mhm.
this is essential to achieve business agility. So the word business agility implies that how flexible, how agile is our business to accommodate the change in the customer requirements. If you say go back to 17th century or 16th century, that time we have canals, and then we have uh, um, canals, and then steam engines, and then heavy machineries, and then now we are into IT and software. Okay, so now they say that every industry is a software industry, because without software we can't do anything. Even in healthcare, army, bank, everywhere software is required. So when the nature of the product changes, when the customer changes, so obviously the approach need to be changed. Okay, so that's how the business agility comes here. Okay, how we are able to manage the changing, ever changing requirement from customer. So to achieve business agility, the agile product delivery is one of the core competency, and our customer centricity falls into this core competency. Is one of the dimension of this agile product delivery, that is customer centricity. And I like the concept very much about customer centricity. And of course, it's agile product delivery is all about the right product, right customer, the right time. Right time is very important. Okay, it's not just pushing the products to the customer. The customer has, we need to establish a system when customer needs it, we have to deliver. That is release on demand. Okay, that's all will be explained in the agile product delivery dimension, core competency, and we'll see from now onwards customer centricity. As I mentioned earlier, customer centricity is a mindset. Okay, it is not a methodology, or it is not a cookbook. It is just a mindset, your mindset. Like how agile is your mindset, customer centricity is a mindset. Okay, that creates and causing positive experience for the customer. Okay, through a full set of products or services. It could be anything that the enterprise offers. So why we need to have customer centricity? As you know, customers are God in Japan. In Japan is a very small country. Okay, for them, the customers are God. They say Okyaksama. The name is Okyaksama for the customers. They just bend 90-degree, and then they greet the customers. They thank the customers. Okay, they go to any extreme to satisfy them, to meet the customer happy. Okay, I have lived there in Japan. From my experience, I want to share one thing. I used to take a flight from India to Japan, Osaka, and then from there I used to take a night bus because that is economic, and from after the bus I have to get on and take a taxi. Okay, so what happened is when I went the first time to my university, I did PhD there. University, when I went there, I could not communicate very well with the taxi driver. I I could just barely speak Japanese by that time. Okay, and that's date back to 2006, I think. Yeah, 2006. What happened is I just told the name of the city, but I couldn't tell complete address. Okay, so I was sitting, and the driver stopped when he reached the city. He stopped the cab, and then he himself explored, and he took me to the university, but he did not charge me from the city center to the university. He said that you booked only for the city, but you have not booked until the university. So I will not charge you. So that is the extent of the customer service in Japan. So whenever customer service Japan comes to my mind. Okay, so let's see what are all the benefits of customer centricity. Of course, revenue enhances the brand reputation and image, and it 63% increase in revenue and 16% increase in the brand, and 15% meets customer requirements, and 6% improves product development. See, when we get feedback from the customers, obviously our product, we are going to improve, keep on improvising, iterating the product. That's what they meant here. So these are all the behavior that is listed under the topic customer centricity, like focusing on the customer. Okay, how you're getting aligned and focused on the organization, okay, or the customer, and about understanding the customer needs is moving beyond merely listening, is moving beyond that. Customer can just ask for some features, okay, but it's our duty to understand the complete requirement for the customer and thinking and feeling like a customer. You have to be empathetic, okay. You should feel that you are the customer. You should understand the pain point, the feelings, they what they're thinking. That's called like empathy mapping. We have a
Hmm.
tool called empathy mapping. That's what is mentioned here. So we should put a more effort to see the world from the customer point of view. See, as a mother of a child of 5 years, I always wanted to have a bicycle that should be safe so that the child will not fall. The side wheels of the bicycle, okay, side wheels of the bicycle helps a child to balance and it will not fall. So the bicycle when I was young, like 40 years back, when I want to do cycling, I used to fall down because that side wheels were not there that time. I don't know, at least my town, it was not there. But now I used to fall down many times. My sister used to support, but now the child does not need anyone's support. So the cycle manufacturers, they think, they innovate, like they enhance the safety feature, performance, all those things. So this one always comes to my mind. So they should feel the pain point of the mother. Okay. So accordingly, they develop the product. And then this whole product solutions. Okay. This whole product solutions, for example, like you have a mobile. If you don't have a charge point, if you don't have a battery, if you don't have a battery, if you don't have a certain if the mobile does not support of Wi-Fi, then what is the point in buying the expensive mobile? We always go for mobile with more features and more benefits. Okay, that's called whole product, a complete package, like an increment. We call it as an increment in Scrum actually. So it's a complete package. It should meet the acceptance criteria. Over and above acceptance criteria, it has to meet the quality, certain quality. So that's what my understanding about whole product solutions. And knowing customer lifetime value. Okay. We used to have this soap, body soap called Lifebuoy. Okay. I don't know whether it is there in the United States. Do you have this, Kevin?
Life,
Boy is Buoy. B
like
U.
boy,
Yeah, it's a soap,
like
body soap.
yeah,
So
like life when we call them life jackets, but life buoy is something you can float on, in the event. But
No, no,
that's
they
what we
don't have.
call it.
In US, they don't have that body.
oh, okay, okay, I got it. I got it. Okay, thanks. So, Kevin, in India, we have this Life Boy, which my dad was using when I was young. Still, he uses the same soap, but I could see many dimension change, like the color, the ingredients. Nowadays, herbal things are being added, and it comes with different fragrance. So they're changing the product. The product is still alive. Okay, they develop in different package sizes, colors. So that's what like customer lifetime value. Now my parents, they still use this soap. That means that product is there for a lifetime. Okay, one generation is continuously using that. So that's what I remember when I see that lifetime value. So they deliver the lifetime value to the customer. Okay, they create a long term relationship. Okay. Next, there are many foundations that is advised by SAFE to achieve customer centricity. The first one is driving research. Okay, the research, we can see this as a discovery stage, like a discovery stage, the collecting the requirements, uh, what does the customer need, what is the end user need, what is the market requirement, what does our competitor deliver. Okay, so we need to have that research. Okay, so research are of two types. One is market research, and the other one is user research. As you know, market research drives the strategy. What product need to be introduced at what point of time? Okay, user research drives the design. Okay,
Mhm.
what kind of features can I deliver through this product? How customer would be benefited? So these two types of research are very important. Let's see one by one. The market research, okay, it aims in the behavior, the customer needs, preferences, behaviors in a broader market context. Okay, is to determine whether a product or service is worth launching, whether will I get uh, return on investment. Okay, we need to consider market size, pricing, competition, and trends. So there are so many ways how to do this research. Okay, the qualitative and quantitative, but more important that you need to do some level of market research, and you need to develop a strategy. Like in SAFE, we have these strategic themes at portfolio level. So at that level, I assume that at that level, this kind of market research happens. Of course, it's not limited to, even our product managers, product owners do communicate with the customer. They collect the feedback and they percolate this information upwards to the portfolio. Next is a user research. Okay, how the user will be benefited. Maybe you can think about empathy mapping here. So you can see that in there are too many pictures crowded. I'm sorry.
Mm.
So these 4 quadrants help you to identify, okay, what people do, what do your customer does, and how many customers, how much they need, why they need, how to fix the problem, what people say. So all those things you should collect. Okay, it covers behavioral as well as attitudinal as well as qualitative and quantitative. So
Let me
initially,
ask you. I was
yeah,
just going to ask you. Okay, what about a Gemba walk?
yes, of course, Gemba walk. Gemba walk is there actually in my Gemba walk is something that you go inside the place where the work is happening. You're right,
Hmm?
Kevin. So when you go to the Gemba work, you understand the operations point of view, the user's requirement point of view. You gain more insights during Gemba work that will help you to
Hmm.
build a right product. You're right, actually.
Okay.
That's right. The Gemba word is from Japanese. Gemba means the floor, the work floor where the manufacturing people they do the work actually.
Hmm.
That's where the Gemba word has originated. Thank you for your input, Kevin.
Yeah, no problem.
Next, as you know, this product development process, somewhere over here, discovery happens actually.
Hmm.
You need to do extensive research over there, but it is not limited to. Throughout the development, we keep on exploring, and even at the last stage of the product delivery, we listen them. Again, the feedback will be incorporated. Again, we will develop some user stories and we'll try to add the features in the product pack. And this is what interesting what I found in the internet. Okay, so they say that initially there won't be much feature. They say from here to here we need. Then they'll try to find a loop, kind of close to loop, where they don't have any option for development. And then they do this kind of spiral where initially it may be broad, like a set-based design, in safe. And then it comes to a point, like you can say cone of uncertainty, like this. Okay, something like
Mhm.
this. So we get closer, and the product is user fit over here. So this will be achieved only we have this concept called user research. Okay. Next foundation, designing with empathy mapping. So it is need, yeah, here it comes, Gemba works, right?
Okay.
User research Gemba works. And then, so it will, the Gemba helps Agile. See, when you do the Gemba work, what you understand is, I have worked in manufacturing environment. We see the people, down level people who does the work actually, because if you are managers, if you sit with the laptop, we will not understand. When we go inside the Gemba, we actually see what is happening there, and we can get ideas or concepts at all level of manufacturing. You get ideas, okay? So you understand the emotional or physical, maybe safety point of view, the machine performance point of view, and the regulatory guidelines, everything, whether is being followed or not, all those understanding we'll get when we do the Gemba work. Okay. So they see the way they see, understand, and interact with the world around them. So always, I always tend to, I'm eager or curious to know the work in depth. So if you understand the work in depth, then we'll have the concrete answer for a problem. When you understand the problem, 50% of your problem would be solved. So that Gemba work would help that. Okay. So customer-centric enterprises, they are involved, they should be applied throughout the entire product life cycle. Okay. Not only the functional needs like the performance, we need to consider the aesthetic needs, emotional needs, okay, and then the ergonomic requirements, the physical safety, and then the other attributes such as performance, security, and compliance. For example, when you want see when you want to give a phone to my grandfather, okay, he is 80, okay, he want to contact his family with friends. So I will not develop a smartphone for him. I will just develop a small one with the buttons, maybe 20 years back, what we got 20,
Mhm.
30 years back. I would develop I would develop these button phones. I would not go for smartphone because he's already old and he cannot carry such a heavy smartphone and he doesn't need that. He just need to call his parents and family, call his family and friends. That's all he needs. Maybe he needs some alarm to take medicines or sometime text. Okay. This is all he needs. That's called emotional needs. He may not be
Mhm.
considered about aesthetic, but ergonomic. The the battery or the the ability to see the letters fonts properly, or how heavy it is. So all those things need to be considered for that particular end user. So here I should say collecting requires from clients, from customers is different from collecting requires from the end user, because you may, so for example, if I buy medicines, okay, I'm just a client or customer, but my grandfather would be taking that medicine. So if I don't understand his body, if the physician does not understand his body and advise the medicine, it will not be suitable for him. Maybe he will have some side effects. So that's called end user requirement is very important when we do the user research. Yeah. Next, also the solution context, where in the environment the solution is going to fit. Okay, you need to have this. Imagine this is a solution context. Then you need to have a product like this. You cannot have a product like this. Okay, your solution should fit to the solution context. This is called this is the environment in which the solution is going to function, or what how it is causing impact to the related groups. Okay, like operation point of view, maintenance point of view, and support other customer needs. And understanding the customer engagement. What is the level of customer engagement the customer is required when you develop a solution? It depends. Or there are two types of solutions, like general solutions and custom built solutions. Okay, general solution, as the name indicates, you develop on software, it can be used for many people. Okay, you develop Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, it can be used for many customers. It is not a customized one. Instead, if you are developing a CRM, okay, a SAP module, ERP module, that is customized one. You are developing only for the customer, specific customer. So market research helps to determine the nature of customer relationship. When you develop a custom built solution, the customer interaction is very much required. Whereas when you develop a general solutions, maybe a product owner, product manager, a solution provider who is building the solution may act as a proxy. So it depends on the solution that will determine the level of customer engagement. Next, whole product thinking. Okay, I think we discussed about this whole product. It should be as a complete package. The solution should be of a complete so that it can be ready to shipped. So, like system thinking, so is one of the safe principles. System thinking. So when we work, maybe in our home, okay, uh, I cannot act independently. I have to see other my family members and their convenience, their choices. So accordingly, I have to fix a recipe or I have to fix the dinner menu. Okay, it's not that I alone can do. So I have to think if a patient is there, if a small child is there, okay, or if a toddler is there. Accordingly, we need to design the dinner menu. So that's something called, I can simply say that systems thinking. Okay. Like that, we need to have a holistic approach when you develop a solution, when you develop a product. So you need to have this whole product thinking. Okay. So maybe we will see different layers of the whole product thinking. So here I just simulated the whole product thinking, like a whole product solutions. So like this kind of layers, like maybe the basic one is the MVP, minimum viable product.
Mm.
I can give some example. Maybe you should be already knowing when maybe in 1970s for mixing the vegetable, for grinding the vegetables or grinding the food product, we use this mortar and pestle. We use this mortar and pestle. Okay, with that we grind it, and then maybe slowly we got something like a simple mixer grinder. Okay, a simple mixer grinder where the blade is, and so then we added more features so that it is useful for grinding vegetables, fruits, and all those things. So now we have the mixer grinder at my home. It can grind anything. It can make juice. It can cut vegetables. It can knead the dough. So this is something called whole product thinking. So maybe when you want to develop a primitive version, you just need to test your hypothesis that is answered by minimum viable product, and then addresses the basic functional needs. Maybe this one addresses the basic functional needs. So when you keep on adding the features, it becomes so at this level, you add the minimum expected features, the augmented features, maybe added one, and then this is a potential product for the customer. So you add layer by layer. So this is something called whole product thinking. You should never stop over here. So you should achieve. Then this can, you can launch this product. Okay, you can launch at any stage, but if you launch this kind of product, then you get this revenue on investment or whatever customer satisfaction, competitive advantage over other manufacturers. So this concept is important for customer centricity. If you don't have this whole product thinking, maybe we will lose a race after some time. Next, leveraging market rhythms. I think I need to take you through the safe website, which is best in understanding this concept. So please allow me to. Okay, this is. Can you see my screen, Kevin?
Yes.
Now we are on the safe website. I thought I can explain this one. So there are two types, market rhythm and market event. In this, we can see it's basically about selling toys. Okay, it's about selling toys for the kids. And if you see that, you need a software to sell the toys. Okay, and you need a social media to to announce about new toy, launch everything. Okay, so there are three types of people who depends on the business and who delivers some product to the business. Okay, that's a toy maker, is a toy maker, and I could not draw here. So it's a toy maker first, and then the social media, and then the software company. So imagine if this is where we get this school holidays, maybe summer vacation. Okay, this is where the toy would be sold at a high volume. So when you want to introduce a software, new selling software, sales software, you need to do it before the school holidays begin, so that the people will buy your software and they will use the software and they will get used to do it. And then they'll be ready to use the software for sales during the summer. So they say that the optimal release window, see retail software, this is a what? Okay, the business is very low and then it increases. It is a peak here because the next season is the holiday season. So many retailers will buy your software in this period so that they'll practice here and they'll use it for selling. Whereas the social media will remain the same. Okay, so the value of the release is relatively constant, meaning they can release at any time. So you should understand this dynamics of market. So you should target your release window. Okay, when you need to release. So this is understanding the market rhythm. Next concept is market events. Market events. Okay, in contrast to the rhythm, events is something about like launch or some change in the regulations or competitor release time or potential technology change. So here they have taken an example of change in the regulations and potential technology change. You know, the Q4 is a season where the toy maker will sell more number of toys, but there are some changes in the regulations. Regulations are very important. In Q2, there are some change in the regulations. So customer need to prepare to understand they should understand the regulations. Okay. Then after understanding the regulation, they have to adhere the regulations in the manufacturing time. Okay. So, and then they have to meet the competition. Okay. Your competitor may release over here. So you have to beat the competition. Here is based on the regulation change, the potential technology changes over here. So based on this, all these events, you need to design your production or your development. Okay. So these are all the events, two events, regulation change and the technology change. You should know when to do what. Okay, when should be released. So retail software should be released somewhere over here because your competitor will release here. So you need to release here. So this understanding should be with the probably the product managers and to some extent to a product owners to understand all these the market dynamics and should trigger the team, the inside team, the developers team, especially Scrum team or Kanban team, to develop the product as per the market release, as per the market events and the market rhythms. So this, I really like this concept. So do you have any insight about this, additional insight about this, Kevin?
Just from the practices I've experienced in other companies where they have basically blackouts for projects. You don't release any software during these periods. They've also, I said, committed to releasing buggy software to beat a competitor instead of waiting to get out perfect software. Yeah, I mean, it's all, I guess it's leadership, decisions that really drive it. And they don't listen to us worker bees.
Okay, I understand. Yeah. Thank you for your insight. That is a practicality, actually. Yeah. What we do is theory, but the practical thing is different. Yeah. Right. Okay. I think we are towards the end of the
That's the
session.
end of it?
Yeah, some more is there. Just your solution context.
Okay.
So next foundation is about solution context. Okay. Market rhythm, market driven way company. And then solution context. As I said, there is the environment in which the solution would be developed and solution would be developed, or the solution would be integrated. Okay. So even the Gemba works again, Gemba works and other research activities define the functional and operational requirements of the solution operating environment. So you need to have a particular charger. You need to have a particular charger for your mobile. Okay. This is your mobile. If you don't have a suitable charger, your mobile cannot be charged. So this we can say a solution context. And in safe, so yeah, solution context refer to environmental installation, operation, and support needs. So in safe, they gave a holistic approach to develop. Okay. When you go to Scrum, of course, is a wonderful framework. Okay. But I could see that I'm not here to talk about Scrum or Safe, but I'm very well happy with the Safe framework because you get a holistic approach, from top to bottom, from portfolio to our Scrum teams. So it talks about a solution context as well. So understanding the solution context is important to value deliver, and because it identifies the constraints. Okay. When you develop, if you don't assume the constraints, okay, the risk, if you don't mitigate all of them, if you don't assume the constraint, then there are high chances that you are developing a wrong product. It may not be suitable for the environment. For example, you have the self-driving drone. Okay, it has to drive and navigate while complying with the prescribed regulations of the what you see the environment. Okay, so it need to do its task as well as it has to meet the regulations of the environment. And the final foundation for customer centricity to understand the customer value, how the customer value is being decided. Okay. For example, when you sell a mobile, just example, when you sell a mobile for $100, the customer perceived value would be different. If the customer perceived value is $80, then he will not buy your mobile. Even if he buys, if he realizes that he has $100 and he can buy, but if you just deliver $100 phone for just $100, then you may not have a margin money for your own development, for your own R&D. So you need to balance both. So customer value as well as your requirement. So the product must meet all these requirements. Otherwise, any one side would be in loss. So for that, you need to understand the customer value. So like you can concentrate on the cost reduction, or you can concentrate on the revenue enhancement. For example, less expensive raw materials, lower operational cost. Maybe you can follow all these um, uh, that muri muda they say in Japanese, muri muda. Like that. So you should avoid the waste activities in between, like cycle time. You need to improve and streamline the workflow, reduce labor cost, and reduce the compliance cost. This is very important. So you reduce the compliance cost, and also not only reduction, how you can increase to get more market, you get more product, high margin product. Okay, and opportunities for, so you have to identify the problem, and then you have to think about a solution which will enhance your revenue. So by all these foundation, like understanding the customer value, solution context, leveraging the market events and the rhythms, whole product thinking, and you should know how to engage, to what level the customer need to be engaged, and of course designing with empathy. And your research, user research and market research will help you. These are all some of the foundation of customer centricity. If you follow all these things, the chances are very high that you are becoming customer centric. So